Hi guys and welcome back to Football Manager 2018 with Rangers. We're going to be taking on Ayr United just now, away from home down at Somerset Park. Hopefully going 9 points clear of Celtic, who will then have a game in hand for a little while. As we can see, the next time they play away at Hibs, we're at home to St Johnstone. So they're going to have that game in hand for a little while, but hopefully we can go 9 clear, set a good precedent. We've played Ayr twice, beat them twice. Of course, you would expect to continue that today. Robbie Crawford suspended, David Bates ineligible on loan from us, Regan Henry out, Greg Fleming out, Ryan Flynn doubtful, John Rankin doubtful. So a lot of Ayr United's players missing, and their good early form seems to have wavered a little bit. They're still a good 5 points clear of St Johnstone, but they're dealing with a lot of injuries right now. So hopefully we can go and turn them over. We will play a couple of rotational players. So Murray Wallace, for example, is out for Andy Gilmore. He'll come into play today. Tim Gallagher will retain his place after the Real Madrid game. Looking down here at the bench, Dimitri Mitchell in for Borthwick Jackson. I'm also going to bring Burjonas in for McGinn. He can play alongside Cataldi, and Odsonne Edouard gets a start as well. Zach Rudden can come on the bench for O'Halloran actually. And we'll give Christian Gamboa a run out ahead of Sam Byram. And Wes Fodringham can have a go and go. Why not? Let's play a rotational side today and see what we get. So the lineup, which should still be good enough to beat Ayr, is Fodringham, Gamboa, Cardoso, Gilmore, Mitchell, Burjonas, Cataldi, Houston, Gallagher, Haksabanovic and Odsonne Edouard. Odsonne Edouard, who's been missing his shooting boots for a wee while now. Hopefully he can do it today. 4-4-1-1 from Ayr. Let's have a look at this wee Nichols boy. Stuart Nichols on loan from Celtic. Nah, looks alright. Assertively, expecting a win of course. Let's just encourage the boys. And hopefully we can go and we can put Ayr to the sword here. They're obviously not in good form. We've rotated it quite a bit, but we should still be more than good enough to beat Ayr. Although in the opening 10 minutes we've not even mustered a shot. Quite even on the possession. Ayr edging it 2-0 in shot count. Takes us 20 minutes to get a shot. That's not exactly a good statistic. Okay, first bit of action. Ayr with the throw in. Walters now throws it in. O'Brien to Armstrong. Nicked by Gamboa. Good play. Burjonas to Cataldi. Into Tim Gallagher. Nice touch. Forward. Houston sidesteps a man. Plays it for Odsonne Edouard. Good interception by Mackay though. Cardoso returns it forward. Gallagher to Houston. And Burjonas into Gallagher. Lovely ball, son. Houston. Will he shoot? I think he will. I don't know if that was a shot or a cross there, but it was a really poor one by Jordan Houston. Seemed to be unsure whether to cross or shoot. Kind of did neither in the end. Harmlessly wide. Nichols to Walters and Thomas now as Ayr try and probe forward. Come on, nick that. O'Brien. Faced up by Cataldi. Good play by the Italian. Come on, let's get a goal. I'm a bit nervous here about how this is going. We need a goal here. Mitchell lobs it forward for Edouard. It's a lovely touch on his chest. Under no pressure at all. Great ball to Haksabanovic. Into Gallagher. Back to Haksabanovic. Overlap from Mitchell. Takes too long. Into Burjonas. Moves it quickly to Mitchell, who loses it. Kildare now. It's lobbed forward. Good man, Andy Gilmore getting stuck in there. Mitchell, Cataldi. Burjonas and Haksabanovic. He has a man wide again, chooses to come inside. Then it's out wide by Burjonas. Mitchell, cross, Houston to finish. Oh, what a lovely goal that is. The ball didn't touch the ground after it left Burjonas there. Cross was first time, finish was first time by Jordan Houston. Excellent stuff. And a 1-0 lead. If we can get 2 before half time, that'd be even better. Cardoso to Houston, into Gallagher, who's looked really comfortable actually in his first team appearances. Cataldi now, out wide, Haksabanovic touch, advances on the keeper, Jesus, nearly busts the net. Haksabanovic makes it 2-0. And for all Ayr's statistical performance today, they've not done anything of import. 4 shots, didn't manage to hit the target with any of them, and they've paid the price now. We're 2-0 up going into the break. Talk to the team, of course. Very happy with the way things are going, boys. Do we want to bring on here? We'll bring on young Zach Rudden for Odsonne Edouard. Why not? Give him a wee run out. And I don't think there's anybody else we want to bring on at the moment. Young Gallagher might not last the whole game. He's looking a little tired out there. That's a good challenge by Walters on Houston, sadly. Could have pinged that forward to Gamboa there, but there's a decent enough bit of defending. So Mitchell now with the throw. Forward 2, young Tim Gallagher. How good has he looked, by the way? Haksabanovic gives it away to Thomas. Chance here for Craig Moore. Faced up by Gilmore. Gilmore wins it. So good, man. Cataldi to Mitchell. Come on, Mitchell. In the line. There we go. Haksabanovic quickly into Cataldi and Burjonas. Oh, sidesteps a man forward to Rudden. Rare chance for Zach Rudden today to impress. Cataldi, Haksabanovic, come on. Into Burjonas, lots of space. Houston on the overlap. Houston takes a touch and smashes it into the side of the post. I was just about to say how good and how dangerous is Jordan Houston these days, but poor finish. Brian finds Forrest, who squares it. It's deflected away. Come on, Haksabanovic, let's counter them here. Launches it. Cut out by Walters. Cataldi, though, other side. Houston acres of space. What a ball to Rudden. Plays it to Gallagher. Advances on the keeper and a calm finish from Tim Gallagher. What can you say? Doesn't it get better than that? First ever senior goal for Tim Gallagher. Good for him. As we go 3-0 up after 50 minutes here. And Ayr have actually looked poorer today than they looked when they came to Ibrox earlier on in the season. And we've obviously beaten them both times, but they provided a little bit more resistance on that first occasion. We'll also bring on John McGinn here for Cataldi, just to avoid any injuries. Tim Gallagher can get a round of applause as he leaves the pitch. After this, of course, Gallagher forward to Rudden. It's a terrible ball. Mackay away, easy. Cardoso away. O'Brien, though, heads it on. Cardoso away. Haksabanovic, go on, son. Forward to Rudden. Haksabanovic, out wide. Mitchell lobs it in. It's going to be caught by Laidlaw, the keeper. I don't think Zach Rudden's ready for anything. Oh, O'Brien's in here for Ayr, advancing on Fodringham. O'Brien, good save by the keeper. He's going away in January, Fodringham. This could well be his last game. It's good that he gets a farewell game at least. Gamboa over the top to Henderson. Or for Rudden, but he's lost it. Houston's in. Go on, son. Finish. Houston advances on the keeper. It's a good save by Laidlaw. And for me, somebody should be busting a gut to get into the box there so we can just square that, cut it back. As McGinn floats it in. Cardoso can't get it. Forrest will complete the clearance. About 20 minutes left now. 3-0. Ayr will probably want to take this and get out of here, but Burjonas with the free kick cuts it back to McGinn, who can smash one, deflects all around the shot and cleared. Picked up actually by Alan Forrest now. Possible counter on for Ayr. Henderson over the top for O'Brien. Cardoso for company. Oh, sorry, Gamboa for company, and what a tackle that is. He's been a good servant, Gamboa. Jones to O'Brien though, and now Henderson. Forward to Preston, takes a lovely touch, a good challenge back to Preston. And Fraser Preston makes it 3-1. It's a poor bit of goalkeeping, to be honest, from Fodringham. And just tell them to concentrate now. 20 minutes left, you never know. 2-goal lead is a bit precarious. Just make sure we don't do anything stupid. Alright, I think we should be okay. I think it's just a... Oh, as I say that, Henderson now throws it to O'Brien. Takes a nice touch for Thomas. Well done, Liam Henderson. Gamboa to Rudden, who just aimlessly flicks it on. And Kildare can pick it up as Ayr can build for the back. Jones. Wide to Toshney. Lobs it forward, easy for Cardoso. Burjonas for Houston. Great ball. Houston driving centrally into Rudden. Touch, loses it to Jones. Gilmore can nod it to McGinn now, moves it to Haksabanovic quickly. Back to Gilmore. Keeping it simple and safe. McGinn, Mitchell. McGinn again, Henderson. For Haksabanovic, can he square this? He does. Rudden should finish, heads it off the bar. Or the keeper, whichever one that was, not certain. It's a bit of a sitter in truth. Away it goes. Henderson brought down by Thomas. They'll be down to 10 men for the last minute and a half or so. But it looks like a 3-1 result. And off goes Archie Thomas for Ayr. 4 added minutes, which I think they've survived without incident. Unless they concede right at the death. Barjonas to McGinn. And Barjonas again, given away to Forrest. Yeah, I think this is pretty much going to be it for the game. Forward to Preston, keeps it in. Loses it, cleared forward. Yeah, this is going to be it. It's going to be a 3-1 victory. So not a bad result here. They've absolutely packed out their stadium. Fair play to them for that. They'll get a good payday for this game at least. And they might need that kind of money if they go back down again to bounce right back up. Henderson finds McGinn, tries to slip in Rudden. It is cleared, and it's time. It is 3-1. Nice confident victory. Just say well done to the lads. Nothing exceptional. They're expected to beat Ayr, of course. Let's see. Obscure victory. Robbie McCrory plays well for Partick as they beat Inverness. Ditto Milanese plays very well actually as they beat Inverness. Let's ignore our press conference. Gordon Payton does okay for Alloa. Danny Finlayson does well for Morton. Muirhead poor for Stranraer. Dominic Lydon okay for Peterhead. David Fopala doing very well for Livy as they beat Wraith, scoring a goal and getting an assist. Jacob Bednarchuk was okay for Falkirk as they lose to Hearts. He's still improving. He is still improving week in, week out. And we're going to play St Johnstone next at Ibrox. So hopefully we can extend our lead. If Hibs were to take anything off Celtic, that would be sensational. Obviously playing the Tuesday game here. Means lads might be tired for Sunday coming up, but we can maybe rotate a little bit. Not quite as much as we did against Ayr, because St Johnstone, though they're only got 8 points down there, they're a better team than Ayr are, so we won't rotate quite as much, but we can maybe rotate a little bit. Celtic are at Hibs, as I say, so we're currently 9 points clear, with Celtic having a game in hand. So let's see if we can't improve on that. St Johnstone's Stuart McCall is under pressure, you'd imagine, sitting bottom of the league with only 1 win going into December. In fact, halfway through December at this point. 8 points halfway through December is actually an abysmal return. Okay, FIFA's capable of playing today. Maybe we'll keep on Haksabanovic. Beat them 9 times with 3 draws and 4 wins for St Johnstone, of course, most recently they beat us in that cup final, so we want revenge for that. Gilmore is out for Murray Wallace just now. Fernandez doesn't quite come back in. Fodringham is out for Ian Fulton though. Odson Edward out for Morelos. Rudden off the bench. O'Halloran can come onto the bench. Sam Byram in for Gamboa. Yeah, I suppose Fernandez can come on the bench. No, actually no. I'll trust Andy Gilmore. Borthwick Jackson back in for Mitchell. And we put Afif on the bench. No, I'm going to leave Afif. And do you know what? I'm going to leave Tim Gallagher in the squad. He did well on his start there against Ayr. Let's see if he can continue that here against St Johnstone. It's a bit of a risk, but hopefully it pays off. A 4-4-1-1 for St Johnstone, who still have this Claudio guy who's done the business against us before. They still have Skugel. They have Quitongo there. It's a bit strange actually that they're down there where they are. They've got Calvin Miller as well, Danny Wilson, so they've not got a bad side. I don't know why they're weighed in the bottom of the league. Nonetheless, we expect nothing but a win, which motivates Alfredo Morelos at least, even if the rest of them aren't keen on listening. I'm just encouraged the squad, of course, to start Wilson playing forward, and easy for Wallace to cut that out to Barjonas now. Can we have an early go at their goal, perhaps? Houston, go on. Barjonas, Cataldi, aims it to Haksabanovic. It's a great ball, let's go, come on. Haksabanovic, deep cross, Houston nods it back across, hits the inside of the post, and it's cleared. Stuart Armstrong has put Celtic ahead inside the first minute at Easter Road, so we really need the result today. 2-0 Celtic. Armstrong again. Grimes floating it in for St Johnstone. Easy away by Byram, but Wilson should pick it back up. Returns it away again by Byram. Gallagher moves it quickly to Houston. Come on, get forward. Houston rampaging forward in the right. Go on, take on your fullback. Oh, he loses it to Calvin Miller. Long ball towards Claudio. It's going to run though to Byram. Good man. And Wallace finds Fulton. Takes it way out of his box before he kicks it long towards Morelos. It's an excellent pass actually. Morelos found lots of space there. Holding it up, goes all the way back to Byram though. Into Barjonas. Houston, come on. Inside to Cataldi. There's the ball to Haksabanovic. Finish it, son. And he finishes it beyond the goalkeeper. Lovely finish by Haksabanovic. He's starting to look a good player, by the way. He's had some tricky spells during this first part of his loan, but he's looking pretty good right now. I wouldn't mind landing him permanently if the fee's right. Corner by Barjonas, looking for 2-0. Cataldi nods it down. Wallace is blocked, comes back to Cataldi, poked in by Cardozo. The man who's standing on the post there, Holt, was playing him on side. And it's 2-0. Easy street. Now we could see the likes of Gilmore at half time if we keep a lead like this. Wilson, lovely flick to Shaughnessy there. Holt. Wide for Quatongo, lovely challenge Borthwick Jackson. Haksabanovic now, can we hit them with a quick 1-2? Cataldi losing it to Skugel though, he was very determined, but he gives it to Barjonas. Just sloppy play from St Johnstone. Houston now facing up 2. Loses it to Calvin Miller again, who gets it to Claudio over the top this time, looking for a goal back. Claudio advances on Fulton and it's in. Fulton trying to keep it out there, but couldn't quite manage. Xander Clark now with a goal kick. Do not dare let them equalise from 2-0 so quickly. Cataldi away. Grimes nods it down to Skugel. Forward to Adoma. Looks for Claudio. Well done, Murray Wallace, though, to keep that ball out. That Claudio guy is a right pain in the ass every time we play these guys. Given away there. Claudio. Skugel. Racing. Into the box, advances on the keeper. Good save this time by Fulton. We're going to have to demand more out of them because this is unacceptable. Since we got that second goal, we've done absolutely nothing. Trezeguet for Celtic picking up an injury at Easter Road. That's good news at least. Houston and Morelos today have both been poor on as far as the stats are saying there. Dundee United long. Oh, it's over the top for Dundee United ahead, sorry. The ball long. Houston racing to the byline. Still going, cuts it back. Morelos, that is perfect play from Houston there. Cuts it back. 20th goal of the season for Morelos. And we were just saying how they've not been playing very well. And there they go, they combine for a goal. Making it 3-1. If we can get 4 here, make it comfortable before the break, then we'll definitely ring the changes. Shaughnessy plays it away. Grimes forward to Claudio now. Lays it back for Holt. Morelos nearly nicks that there. Shaughnessy playing it forward now. Williamson to Quatongo. Won by Borthwick Jackson so easily. Haksabanovic. Cataldi with a lovely touch. Oh, it's a poor ball there though. Claudio gets it again. We're a bit sloppy today, as much as I've said St Johnstone have been sloppy. But then again, so have they, as they allow Houston to nick that forward for Morelos. Gallagher running on. Gallagher picks it up now. Forced wide, can he provide an assist though? Crosses it in. What a cross that is, on a plate for Morelos. And it is 4-1 before the break. And that apparently is his 100th league goal for us. Perfect play by Gallagher, putting it on a plate for him. And I've got high hopes for Gallagher for the future if he's playing this well already when his stats are barely developed. It's always nice to see a young regen coming through. Passionately happy with the way things are going. Nobody reacts to that, but that's fine. Nobody really cares. We'll bring O'Halloran on for Byram. We'll drop Houston back. more game time Houston can get, the better. And we'll bring Andy Gilmore on for Cardoso, as he's the more tired of the two centre-backs. Now it's just about how many goals we can get here, or at least I hope it's about how many goals we can get. Forward to Morelos, can he get his hat-trick? Driving forward, blocked well, Cataldi picks her up. Is there a chance here? Good ball in behind. O'Halloran squares, but he's offside. I thought that was going to be a quick hat-trick at the start of the second half there for Morelos, but offside sadly against O'Halloran. Gilmore gets her away above Claudio, but it is headed back to Claudio now, who loses it to Cataldi. No, he doesn't. He actually manages to maintain possession. Grimes to Skugel. Driving, gets away from one. Houston clears his pass though. Morelos can't get it. It does fall for Houston. Can he find a ball into Gilmore? No, he finds a ball into Morelos though for a hat-trick. Takes it early, good save. Comes to O'Halloran, can he get a cross in? Puts it back across, a terrible cross though. And away by Williamson. Cataldi, Burjonas, is there something still on? Burjonas to O'Halloran, who's ball in. They didn't read it there, it's right through to Xander Clark. Nothing's happened at Easter Road since that 9th minute goal made it 2-0 to Celtic. Hibs sitting in the bottom half of the table. You've got to say Jack Ross's job there is probably in trouble, as Borthwick Jackson's failed clearance falls to Holt, but his through ball goes right to Gilmore. Plays it to Borthwick Jackson, easy ball into Cataldi, and forward for Haksabanovic, and we're away again, over the top for Morelos again, but he's not going to get onto that. Danny Wilson picks it up, plays it to Calvin Miller, who launches it over the top. It seems to be end-to-end stuff here. Wallace away, Haksabanovic's chest, lovely control. Into Gallagher, moves it quickly, it's a poor pass though. Xander Clark can clear it long again. Wallace and Gilmore jumping for the same ball. Skugel in, Cataldi pinches it. It's a very scrappy game here. Both sides losing possession. Wallace, Cataldi, Burjonas. Over the top this time for Morelos, who's in for the hat-trick. Lovely first touch, advancing on the keeper. And then a terrible finish. How many chances does he need to bag this hat-trick? I'd ideally like to get Edward on, but I'm going to have to use the final sub now. Jordan Houston has apparently picked up a knock. We'll bring on Christian Gamboa. And St Johnstone actually look like they're going to get through this half without conceding anything. It's probably just going to end 4-1 by the looks of it. It's a shame for Morelos not getting the hat-trick, but he's had enough opportunities to get it. Skugel is injured, as is Andy Gilmore. But yep, it is going to end indeed 4-1. It's going to end exactly at the half-time score. We're going to be 9 points clear with Celtic having a game in hand. And there it is, the final whistle confirming that 4-1. A good game again from Tim Gallagher. We'll passionately say we're happy with the result. A couple of them happy with that. Tim Gallagher, man of the match actually. With the one assist. Good play from Morelos as well with the 2 goals. Haksabanovic chipping in as well with a goal himself. Another good performance for Houston with an 8.1 before he went off. And Celtic ended up winning that game 3-0. So it is, as I say, a 9-point gap. And they have the 1 game in hand there. We're 10 clear of Dundee United and Hearts now. And we have a game in hand over them actually. We are, 13 clear of Aberdeen, so it's definitely just a 2-horse race between ourselves and Celtic, restoring normal order in Scottish football. Bednarczyk plays okay for Falkirk and a 0-0 with Killie. How are Falkirk getting on actually in the league? They're up in 8th there, on 18 points, looking relatively comfortable if not safe. Let's have a look at young Scott Wright here. I want a fresh report on Scott Wright because he's doing really well this year for Aberdeen. He's a Scottish player who plays out in that left-hand side where we really need extra cover. But that is going to be it for this episode. 2 good solid wins, 7 goals scored, 2 conceded. We got some game time. Tim Gallagher actually got 180 minutes of game time there. Oh no, he didn't. He came off against Ayr, didn't he? But he got 2 starts there. Andy Gilmore playing a good bit of time as well. And 2 victories, building on that sensational result against Real Madrid. So hopefully we can continue the momentum next time. It will be a little tougher as we're at Tynecastle and Pittodrie next time, so that will definitely provide us with somewhat of a challenge certainly. But hope you guys have enjoyed this. If you have, please drop down below and leave a like on the video, and of course to follow the series you can subscribe to the channel, which I'd be extremely grateful for. But mostly I just want to say thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time when we go to Tynecastle and Pittodrie.